Hello, and welcome to the My Heart and Mind podcast, where it's all about creating the feel-good mindset so you can make the most of every moment and reap the benefits of getting the most happiness out of life. And now, over to your host, Sally Crawley.
My show is for you if you've had a heart attack, heart surgery, a cardiac arrest, or your life has been impacted by a cardiac diagnosis. It's all about mastering your thoughts and feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live a life that you love despite your diagnosis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just before we get into the show though, please be aware that my work is not intended to replace conventional medicine. It is complementary. If you have any concerns about your health or your heart, then do seek medical expert advice immediately. Hello everyone and welcome back, whether you're a long-time listener joining me again or tuning in for the very first time. I'm so glad you're here with me. So let's get ready for another reassuring episode as we dive into tackling a question I hear very often. And that question is, what are the early months after a heart attack or heart surgery really like? It's a question that echoes the uncertainty that many of us feel after leaving the hospital. Stepping back into a life that suddenly feels unfamiliar. I just didn't have a clue. So let's explore what those first few days, weeks and months can bring, both physically and emotionally, and how you can navigate them with strength and hope. First things first though, a crucial disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. If you have any concerns about what you're feeling or how your body is, always consult your medical team. That said, your doctors have sent you home because your body is stable, and the goal now is to support that stability and encourage healing. And the second thing is, I'm a heart attack survivor, so I don't have personal experience of what it's like coming home after heart surgery. However, if anyone would like to join me in an episode to share their early days after surgery, you'll be very welcome. Please just drop me an email to Sally, SALLIE, at myheartandmind.co.uk. So all that said, please also bear in mind that this is a generalised episode, and as we're all unique, our experiences may be different. But let's start at those very first few days back home. Rest is paramount. It's tempting to feel like you should need to do something, but your body has been through an immense ordeal. Think of it as a crucial repair phase. You've likely been given a cardiac recovery guide from the hospital when they discharged you. Make sure that you read it thoroughly and follow those instructions. This guide is your roadmap for safe recovery. It's also important to manage the expectations both for yourself and those around you. Your family and friends want to help, but they may not fully grasp the physical and emotional toll that this experience has taken on you. Talk to them. Share all the hospital paperwork, including talk to them. Share the hospital paperwork, your discharge papers, and the cardiac recovery guide. Give them time to understand how best to support you. This experience has been terrifying for them too, and open communication is the key. No doubt you'll be keeping a close eye on all your vitals, heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen levels. Tracking these twice a day helps you learn what's normal for your body as it heals. But don't let every twinge send you into panic. Many discomforts are common after surgery or a heart attack. Learning a new body's rhythm will help you feel more secure over time. And one thing that was said to me is, there was always movement, pain, discomfort in the chest, but I just didn't notice it because I wasn't hypersensitive to it. So, I've just mentioned some trackers that were there. At the end of this podcast, I will let you know where you can download some trackers to help you and a number of other useful resources that can help you with your medications, appointments angina and other things. So now let's talk about medication and other symptoms. You're likely to have new medications to get used to, maybe warfarin or beta blockers. Pay attention to any side effects and make sure that you report them to your primary doctor. Also, make sure that you set up your repeat prescriptions right away to avoid any interruptions. One common but surprising side effect is loss of appetite. This can be due to low mood, discomfort, or even some medications themselves. Your body needs energy to heal, so even small plain meals are important. If it persists though, do speak to your doctor. Something that surprised me was my sudden dislike of coffee and red wine. As my daughter said to me, "Coffee is your signature drink, Mum." I just couldn't stand them, and some other foods too. They just didn't taste the same. It seemed as if my taste buds had changed. But all's good as it settled down after a few months, and I'm now back to my 2 black coffees in the morning. And then we move on to the emotional side, often referred to as the cardiac blues. Feelings of anxiety, depression, guilt, loneliness, fear, annoyance, sadness or helplessness are incredibly common in the early months. As we discussed in our previous episode on post-traumatic growth, these are normal reactions to a traumatic event. It's crucial to talk about these feelings with family, friends, your doctor, or a support group. You're not alone in this roller coaster of emotions. A fascinating phenomenon that many surgical patients experience is what doctors jokingly call pump head. This is a feeling of confusion, dizziness, balance issues, or slower reactions after cardiac surgery, possibly linked to the heart-lung machine that they used during the procedure. It is real and it is a frustrating experience, but it is treatable with therapy, a good diet and gentle exercise. Again, talk to your doctor if you're experienced this, or listen to my previous episode where we talked about pump head. So what can we do? How can we feel happier? So what I'd like to talk to you about today is embrace pacing and planned rest. One of the earliest challenges in early recovery is fatigue, and the temptation to do too much on a good day only leads to a crash later. Pacing is key to avoiding this boom and bust cycle, and it's essential for your physical and emotional well-being. So how do you do that? So first, break down tasks. Whether it's household chores, errands, or even social activities, break them into smaller, manageable chunks. Instead of vacuuming the whole house, do one room, then rest. Only undertake tasks like this when you're given the OK by your medical team. 2. Schedule rest periods. Don't wait until you're exhausted to rest. Actively schedule short rest breaks throughout your day, even if it's just for 15 to 30 minutes of sitting quietly or lying down. Think of it as taking a mandatory energy top-up. Thirdly, listen to your body. Learn to recognise the early signs of fatigue before you're completely drained. Acknowledge your body's signals and give yourself permission to stop and rest. And even if a task isn't finished, that's okay. And fourthly, keep a fatigue diary. Keep it just for a few days. Note down your energy levels throughout the day and what activities seem to drain you the most. This helps you identify your personal limits and plan your days more effectively. This way you can maximise your energy for the things that truly matter. Pacing isn't about doing less. It's about doing what you can do consistently, allowing your body the energy it needs for healing and preventing setbacks. A week or so after coming home, you might feel a little bit stir-crazy. Short walks around the house and garden, gradually extending to the end of the road, are perfect. Your body is still healing internally, so avoid anything strenuous for at least the first month. This means no driving, hoovering, heavy lifting or long distance travel. Your walking can gradually increase by about 10 minutes a week, but always listen to your body. I have to say that even when I went out as a passenger in a car, I was exhausted in the early weeks. Also be aware of feeling cold or shivering excessively. While some medications can cause this, it's important to notify your doctor, as it could be a sign that your heart isn't pumping blood as efficiently as it should. Don't dismiss this. After the first month, around 4 to 6 weeks, you'll likely feel more independent. Driving is a big one for many. Before getting behind the wheel, always check with your doctor and your country's driving regulator, as there are often specific restrictions after cardiac events. And when you do start, make those first trips short and stay off busy highways, and ideally have someone with you. Make sure that you pull over if you feel any discomfort or too tired. Intimacy is another topic that comes up. General guidance suggests that if you can comfortably climb 2 flights of stairs to the bedroom, you are likely ready. The key is comfort and not putting yourself under pressure. Let your partner take the lead, focus on intimacy and connection, and remember this isn't the time for acrobatics. It's also completely normal to experience temporary impotence. This can be due to the trauma itself or medication side effects. Please never use sexual stimulants like Viagra without explicit medical clearance, as they can be dangerous, extremely dangerous, after a cardiac event. Also, do share a thought for your partner. They may be feeling nervous and worried just as much as you are. So make sure that you have a conversation and talk to each other. Communication is the key. Looking ahead to the future. Well, the near future. Perhaps a couple of months down the line. Thoughts of holidays and returning to work might emerge. If planning a holiday abroad, research travel insurance carefully, as it might be more expensive. Choose destinations with shorter flight times, and always carry your medications and relevant paperwork in your hand luggage. As always, clear it with your doctor first. Returning to work. This will depend on your individual recovery and the nature of your job. If your job involves heavy lifting, your recovery time will likely be longer than an office-based role. Stress is a significant factor in heart health, so ensure that you truly are ready. A phased return to work is often a very good idea to gradually reintegrate you into your routine. What I've learned, and what I hear from so many of you, is that the emotional journey is just as complex as the physical one. Guilt, loneliness, fear, sadness, these feelings are real and valid. But here's the powerful truth. You are a survivor. Every day you wake up, every small step you take is a testament to your resilience. The early months are a period of immense change and adaptation. Be patient with yourself and your family and friends. Seek out your cardiac rehabilitation program. It's a vital resource for both physical and emotional recovery. These programs combine supervised exercises, education on heart-healthy living, and crucial psychological support. Research shows cardiac rehab can significantly reduce the risk of future heart problems and improve symptoms of depression. Lean on your support system, practice self-compassion, and remember, you're rebuilding your life piece by beautiful piece. So thank you for joining me again at My Heart and Mind. Remember, your journey is unique, but you are not alone. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and continue to move towards that confident, vibrant new life you deserve. As I mentioned earlier about some downloads, I have written a book called The Beat Goes On. I wrote it not long after my heart attack recovery to help myself, I suppose, and other people in the early days of recovery. Included in that book are a number of downloads, documents for you to print out to keep track of things. I will add a link to the show notes and my blog post, and you can then download them for free. It will include things like an appointment journal, appointment notes so you don't forget anything, medication charts, emotional well-being journals, a guided relaxation, sleep journal, a pain journal, and an angina journal. All you need to do is go to www.myheartandmind.co.uk/book TBGO. That's www.myheartandmind.co.uk/book TBGO. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone that will benefit. And finally, I want to let you know that you are loved more than you will ever know. You're admired by more people than you'd ever expect. You are worthy of joy and happiness. Until next time, take care of your heart and your mind. I'll speak to you soon.